It's the weekend and you decide to drive to the grocery store just to get a few items. You might go to the club later on that night, so you definitely gonna get some Mentos. Stop the show, because you know that some of y'all breath be stinking. But again, you get some Mentos, you go down to aisle 8, and aisle 8 is where you have your cereal. So you see your Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you see your Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, and then boom! You see her right next to you is somebody so super thick. I'm telling you, she on point. Boobies there, booties there. You looking at her, she looking at you. And you say something stupid like, "So which cereal you about to buy me?" She starts laughing. And it's a corny pickup line, but it works. You get the phone number, you put it in your phone, then you say your goodbyes, you say you're gonna hit her up later. You got a good feeling about this. So about 3 hours later, you actually hit her up. And now you guys are gonna go out on a date. The plans you have for the club, you call your boy and be like, "Yo, what's up, bro? Not gonna be able to make it. I got church in the morning." Nah, you got that chick you taking out. And it all turns out well. But then you ask her about yourself. Are you single? She says no. Then you also ask her, do you got any kids? Kids. She say yeah, she got one son. He's a little older, but she don't have no younger kids. Cool. Then you ask her about her life. You ever been to prison? She say yeah, she did 6 years. You're like, red flag number 2. But it's all good because she's a sweet girl. You take her home that night. Booty clapping sounds! Rest is history. Now you feeling her. You've been dating her for a while. But the thing is, would you date a single mom that had a felony? Rewind! Some other people have weighed in on this topic before, like Ace Metaphor. He never talked about single mothers with felonies, but he did talk about how a lot of men use single mothers for their own advantage.
Single mothers, I need you to be careful, because oftentimes guys with wrong intentions seek you out because they know you're too busy to notice their inadequacies. How can you command more of his time when you got a child that's demanding most of yours? Single mothers are oftentimes more understanding of a busy lifestyle than a single woman would. And he uses that to his advantage. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with the way you move, single mothers. I think you should put your child first. I'm saying though, even though that's what you should do, bad men or men with wrong intentions will prey on that and use your strengths as a weakness. There are men that have no intentions on wifing a single mother, but they will fuck her. They will play with her heart. For them, it's more convenient. They're like, she can't demand my time on a random Tuesday. So now that I got her on my team, I can now find other people to fit those roles. Be careful. That's all I'm saying.
But then there are other people out there who believe that it's not even worth dating single moms.
When a woman has a child, there's no upside for you as a man coming in and taking care of that child. Because if you get in a relationship with that girl, what's up happening is you have to support that child that isn't yours. You build a bond and attachment with that child. And then let's say the girl breaks up with you, it's going to hurt.
What do you
more.
mean by support?
When the man gets in a relationship with you, he's not just getting in a relationship with you. He's going to have to take that child on at some point.
100%.
So my point is that when he takes you on and that child, he's going to bear responsibility for that child as well. But the problem is that he's not going to have the same authority. He won't be able to discipline that child the way he wants because it's not his kid. So he has responsibility without authority. Responsibility without authority is slavery. So he ends up having to take care of that kid. Let's say y'all break up. Now he loses access to that kid, which he ended up developing a bond with, and he loses you. So it's going to hurt 2-3 times more. The stepdaddy game is an L for most guys.
Now, Myron makes a strong point. Stop the show. I can't believe I'm using a clip, but when you're right, you're right. But let's assume that somebody said, I'm going to step up to the plate. I don't care you was a single mom. I don't care you went to prison. I'm going to step up and raise your son like he's mine, and I'm gonna love you. Who would that person be? Drum roll, please. It's Papoose. It's my man, the strong black man who steps up to the plate, takes in a woman who got a son, and a woman who's so reckless, she don't even care about her son because she did 6 years in the penitentiary for shooting or stabbing somebody, but he did it anyway. Well, who was her older son? The older son name was Jayson Scott. By the time Papoose got with Remy Ma, he was a young man, but he's an older man now. But something bad just happened. He just got arrested. Arrested for what? He was arrested for the 2021 shooting death of Darius Guillebeaux. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but somebody he killed, allegedly. Him and his partners have been charged for first-degree murder in that particular situation. And also, not only is he charged for that, he's also charged with criminal possession of a weapon and reckless endangerment. Now, we don't know if she's ever really close with the son, but like I said, we saw him in Love and Hip Hop in 2016. Basically, when she did the wedding to Papoose, you know what I'm saying? That's him right there if you can see it. But look at Papoose, man. I mean, he took this chick in. He tried to basically, be somewhat of a male role model in the young man's life. And then what ended up happening? Well, it was crazy, right? Because now this lady cheated on him with a dude that is not too far off from her son's age. Now, let me just say this. Her son is in his early 20s, but Easy the Block Captain is 35. And that's not so far of a difference. I really could see Remy Ma dating somebody that young. But not only that, her lifestyle is what led to that. And so many guys are gonna sign up to be a stepfather for a failing situation. Now, I'm not here to say that, all single moms are this way or all single moms are that way. Sure, anybody can, pick a wrong person to have a child, and anybody can make a mistake, okay? That's true. But do you want this mistake to be you? Imagine if you're Papoose. You married a woman that had a child, she went to prison, she disrespected you, she cheated on you. Now it seems like a lot of things in her life is falling apart. Her son about to go to prison. The dude that she left you with ain't nothing. And then your kids, who still being raised by her, also are at risk because they living with her. Because if the oldest child can make a mistake, who's to say she's a good mom? And now you tied to this chick for the rest of your life because your kids are still young and you still legally married to her. Was it worth it? We all know by now that Papoose could have did a much better job getting a much better mate for himself. But again, we don't look at relationships as, what it benefits you. Let me tell you this. If Papoose wasn't Papoose, Remy Ma wouldn't have been dealing with him for the most part, okay? If he had her situation, she wouldn't be there. She wouldn't stand down. So I got a question to a lot of you guys out there. Why are you standing down? I used to be the kind of guy that wanted to save people, man. Real talk. Even in the black community, even when I came here to the continent, man, I was like, I gotta help people. I gotta save people. Then I found out, what? People don't really care about you, bro. Not in relationships, not in business, not like that. You gotta make people respect you. And the first way you do that is by saving yourself. Saving yourself and putting your priorities first. And it's great to do nice things for people, but it gotta benefit you. And clearly dealing with Remy Ma is something that didn't benefit anybody at all. She's a head case. Her life is crumbling before our very own eyes, and we are seeing it. Now, we can say that, like I said, this thing happened in 2021. Well, it probably wouldn't have happened if she was a good parent. Can't really blame that on Papoose because, by the time he married her, he was already 16, 17 years old. Why wasn't she there? Oh, because she was so busy doing whatever she wanted to do in the streets. Even Nicki Minaj said she left her own son over a stack. So if she would leave her own son over a stack, then what do that mean for you? Some of y'all don't look at the red flags and y'all next. Some of y'all picking these ladies out here, man, and you think their life is gonna be okay if she had you or she gonna treat you somewhat differently. Nah, man, you gonna be the next victim in that horror story. Unfortunately, we hope it's not you. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you. Heard the bell. We're out.